Max Verstappen just endured a weekend to forget in Bahrain. Despite wringing every ounce of performance from the RB21 to secure a P6 finish, the message from Verstappen's camp is clear. This level of performance is no longer acceptable. Tensions reached new heights when Verstappen's manager, Raymond Vermeulen, was seen furiously confronting helmet Marko in the Red Bull garage. According to Sky F1's Ted Kravitz, the confrontation wasn't just heated, it was explosive. Vermeulen gave Marko a piece of his mind and stormed off, clearly frustrated with the situation. This incident took place just before Red Bull announced an emergency meeting involving senior figures like Marko, Christian Horner, and technical leadership. The focus of the meeting? Addressing the team's development woes and Verstappen's growing discontent. Speaking to the Dutch media after the race, Verstappen made it clear that he no longer cares about promises. He wants results. "I don't want to hear how much is coming or how much that should matter. I just want it to come, and then we'll see." His frustration is understandable. Just last year, Verstappen dominated the Bahrain Grand Prix, winning with a 22-second advantage. This year, he finished 34 seconds behind Piastri, almost a full minute slower compared to 2024. The RB21 is struggling across all tire compounds, and there are major concerns within the team about the car's direction. Verstappen has made no secret of his disappointment with the current development path, and the situation is made worse by internal struggles and data correlation issues. Team principal Christian Horner admitted that the solutions they're seeing in their simulation tools do not match the results on track. "The wind tunnel has taken us in a direction that doesn't convert to track performance," he said. "This is a serious issue, as it threatens the team's competitiveness for the rest of the 2025 season." Helmut Marko, never one to mince words, stated that everything must improve, from car performance to basic operational standards like pit stops. "We need to get the car's performance back as quickly as possible, and pit stops must work. If the car is not the fastest and pit stops fail too, it's not acceptable." There's also growing concern about the impact of leadership changes within the team. The departure of key figures like Rob Marshall, who is now with McLaren, may have left Red Bull without the technical edge they once relied on. The result is a development path that's veered off course, with no quick fix in sight. As for Verstappen, his patience is clearly wearing thin. If things don't improve soon, the implications could be huge, not just for Red Bull's title hopes, but for Verstappen's long-term future with the team. After years of dominance, Red Bull now finds itself under serious pressure from rivals like McLaren and Ferrari. And this time, the fight back might not be so simple. Whether Red Bull can recover from this slump, or if it marks the start of a deeper crisis, remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the next few races could define the future of the team, and Verstappen's place within it. Max Verstappen didn't hold back after the Bahrain Grand Prix. When asked if he still sees himself as a title contender for 2025, his answer was blunt. No. He's simply taking part in this world championship, not chasing the crown. "If you look at the gap to McLaren, I'm not surprised. I already told the team during the winter test that the gap was half a second, and that's exactly what we saw." He's not wrong. Red Bull has been chasing shadows while McLaren pulls away. Verstappen admitted that, unless rival teams make mistakes, like during qualifying at Suzuka, Red Bull doesn't stand a chance. Even then, overtaking remains a huge challenge. In Suzuka, for example, he qualified well but couldn't do anything during the race. This paints a worrying picture. Red Bull appears headed into a storm, and Verstappen's future is anything but secure. While the team gave him 4 world championships, it wasn't handed to him. He fought for every single one. And now that several key figures have left Red Bull, there's a very real question about whether there's still a solid foundation to build on. That uncertainty has sparked rumors, big ones. Mercedes and Aston Martin are both being talked about as potential future homes for Verstappen. Why? Because both teams are investing heavily ahead of the 2026 regulation changes, and they're expected to hit the ground running when that new era begins. Some believe Verstappen might wait until 2026 to decide, to see how Red Bull performs with the new regulations. But these kinds of opportunities don't come around often. Toto Wolff may have missed out on signing Max once, but if given the chance again, would he really pass him up? Sky F1's Martin Brundle doesn't think so. In fact, he said, "If Max Verstappen sprung into the marketplace, I'd be quite worried for George Russell. Toto missed Max once. I don't think he'll miss him again." As for Aston Martin, they've been quietly assembling Red Bull's old recipe for success. The Silverstone-based team will partner with Honda in 2026, the same Honda that helped power Verstappen to victory in the past. Verstappen has already said he'd love to work with Honda again, and Honda's president, Koji Watanabe, confirmed they'll want input on the driver lineup moving forward. So, should Verstappen leave Red Bull while he still can? Would Mercedes or Aston Martin give him a better shot at more championships in the next era of F1? Let us know in the comments. And while you're here, check out the next video on your screen.